Okay, so we're going to solve radical equations. And to solve a radical equations, we're going to find all the numbers that can result in that radical. So a really easy way to do this when it says, solve for y, where y is a real number and it's giving you the square root of a variable equals a number, is to take that number and square it. So if I go 16 times 16, I get 256. So in order to have a square root of 16, the y would need to be 256. So if there was a possibility of having more than one number, then you would separate it with commas. But in this case, since it's a positive 16, the only option here would be a positive 256. Even if it said negative 16, because negative 16 times negative 16 would have also gotten you 256. But in this case, they were asking us for positive. All right, so we can look at this one. We also have radical expressions, and they must be isolated or by themselves on one side of the equation. The equation can then be squared and solved. So very similar to what we just did, except it's going to be an expression instead of one number. So I'm going to isolate it. I don't want this minus 4 on this side with the radical, so I'm going to bring it over to the right side. So then I'm going to have x plus 15 under the square root, and that's going to equal 6. Now I can square both sides of the equation. It's the whole thing squared. So if I square a square root, well, then it just undoes itself, right? It's just going to be x plus 15. But 6 squared is 36. So now I can simply just add 50 or subtract 15 from both sides, and I end up with 21. So x must be 21 in this situation. All right, so I hope that helped on solving radical equations and expressions. And I'll see you in the next video.